Since Nike changed over to the Vapor-Fuse build for their jerseys, what is gonna be the difference when it comes to the Nike Elites? So going forward, they're using the Vapor-Fuse build for these Nike Elites, and this one is the previous build, the Nike Vapor Elites. The only difference is really the names right here. Vapor-Fuse Elite, Vapor Elite, same stuff there. In today's video, we're gonna go over what's changed from this older run to this new one. I mean, since there's a $15 increase, you would hope this would be better. You be the judge. Starting off with the older runs, this one's a Nike Vapor Elite from a couple years back. They're basically discontinuing it, changing over to Vapor-Fuse, and then there's some build differences for sure. With the jersey base for this model, it's pretty thick. It's like really heavy, super stretchy, but what's changed over with this new Vapor-Fuse model, it's a little bit lighter. The material's still super stretchy. They're trying to make it more performance-based for the players, but it feels honestly a little lighter. Having both of these jerseys side by side, you can tell this one, the older model, has a little more weight to it, but what's crazy is when I weighed it, it was only an 1.5 ounce difference. So not that much, but you could tell this one's heavier. Looking at the older model, you can see right here, the way they built the jersey, you can see there's like a panel that just runs right down the middle and then it kind of splits off two different directions. It's a little different on the new Vapor-Fuse runs. They built it a little different. And then when it comes to the ventilation, you can see where it splits off in two different directions. These parts on the bottom half had ventilated holes to just increase airflow. You can see right here, just to increase airflow. So that's on the bottom side of the jersey. But when you go to the upper part, it does not have these ventilation holes on the like upper half of the jersey. On the new Vapor-Fuse Elites, you can see it doesn't have that like panel that runs through the middle and turns into a V in different directions. Just built slightly different. I don't think it makes any major differences. It just has like a different look to it. So like it splits off down here. So it's more on the sides. And then on this year's run, you can see there's a little more ventilated holes on the actual like torso portion instead of just the bottom half. A little more spread out throughout the jersey instead of just at the bottom. Just a slight difference when it comes to the two. Another change they did make when it comes to the new build is what they use for the lettering and numbering. So this one's the older run. It uses a thick twill material. It's constructed the same way on the new jersey, but a little lighter. And when we take a look at the Vapor-Fuse Elites, you can see right here, it is pretty much the same build, looks the same. The only real difference is that it feels a lot lighter. It's less stiff, more flexible. It's probably being built for more performance-driven things, but if you like the thicker material, the older runs is the way to go. This one is a lot lighter. Another change they did make on the newer runs is the look of the collar. So you can see right here, this one's the older run. You got your NFL shield, but you have that chainmail look here. They changed this portion on the new jerseys. On the new Vapor-Fuse Elites, you can see right here, it has a cool chainmail look. Look at it, it looks like a grill. You still have the same NFL shield, same material, just a different look. That looks clean. Another change that they did make is the retail tags. So this one's like the old retail tags. And then when we go to the actual labeling down here, you can see it has that material that's stitched down on field. It's a different look now on the newer jerseys. And on the new Vapor-Fuse Elites, you can see the tags change to white. They change it up a little bit, but the material here a little lighter than the older runs, and they kind of just changed the whole look of it. And on the older runs, they've changed the jock tag. So on the new Vapor-Fuse Elites, they're gonna look a little different. I love this jock tag. I hate that they changed it, but they're changing it up. This one was like thick, it just felt legit. When we go to the new Vapor-Fuse jerseys, you can see right here, this one they use a fabric material, also stitched down. It just has like a streamlined look with their other sports jerseys. It kind of looks like the baseball, kind of looks like the NBA one. I'm gonna miss the old jock tag. So on these Vapor-Fuse jerseys, they're pretty much still gonna have the embroidered Nike logo on both sides. You got your little details. You still got that nameplate where they stitch it on, then they like attach the nameplate to the jersey. Still gonna be single stitched on the lettering up here. Every team has little detail differences, but it's pretty much the same, very similar. And then when it comes to sizing, this one is the older Vapor Elites. You can see right here, you still got those elastic sleeves, super short. You got the back. Let's check out the new one. And then this is the new Vapor-Fuse Elites. I don't think there's a major difference. There's probably little tweaks, not that much different. I mean, you still got those elastic sleeves. You can see the back, you got the front, but trying them on like right after each other, I feel like this one the new Vaporfuse Elites are a little more room in the midsection. I didn't feel as restricted, but I did notice this was a little, just a tad bit shorter. Then again, it's kind of hard to tell because Nike always has these like variances. I think it goes with most clothing companies. There's little variances here and there depending on who makes it, who cuts it, so that can throw it off. So at the end of it, this one is a $15 increase compared to years prior. The older runs were $335, this one's $350. So if you're doing custom ones of these, you're looking up towards $400. Not that cheap. Whew. Basically, they make some little build changes with the jock tag and the label in the back. The retail tags, I mean, it's essentially gonna be the same, just a little different look. The one thing that I did majorly notice was the actual like weight to it and the like twill material that they use. Very flexible, more performance driven, which I can see on that side, but if you look on the opposite side and be like, hey, maybe they're cheapening out, I could see that point of view too. So if you like that stiffer, thicker material, the older runs, they still have some available. Grab them while you can, because this is what they're going with the newer ones. And this is pretty much what the Vaporfuse jerseys are compared to the last build that they were using. So this is what it's gonna be going forward. I like it. No one ever likes the price though. I mean, it's kind of crazy. But if you can get these on discounts, which they do go on sales, check them out. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful. And if I do find some sales, I'll post it. So be sure to like and subscribe. Take it easy.